There may be 2.5 months left of 2024, but PWI, they've jumped the gun, they've revealed their top 10 women's wrestlers for the year 2024. Well, in reality, they've revealed the top 250, but we don't have all day. We don't have the rest of this year to talk about the 250 women. We're going to do the top 10. Because quite frankly, if I started at 250, I think I would fall asleep by about 248. So we're going to dive straight in to number 10. We're going to go to number 1. And we'll discuss whether or not that person deserves to be higher up, lower, or if it's about right. But I'm intrigued to see who's number 1 and around that ballpark. But anyway, Athena kicks us off in number 10. I mean, what have I got to say there? Formerly Ember Moon has held that title for about 1 million years. There was obviously a big injury, but I can't even necessarily think back to it. Why didn't AEW just strip her of that? Well, I'll say, hey, it's ROH actually not. Right, you know what? I think when she's sneaking into top 10 on this list and there's not, a better woman, I mean, out of 250 and she's 10th, that tells me a lot about the other 240, man. That's all I'm going to say. For me, I see TikToks, I see shorts, I see posts on Twitter. Oh, WWE dropped the ball with Ember Moon. No, did they? Did they really? I mean, there was no ball to be dropped. Somebody who can't talk and was alright in the ring. Look at wrestling in 2024, man. Who's not alright in the ring? I don't care about alright. I care about characters and things like that, man. WWE dropped the ball. I mean, honestly, who's WWE dropped the ball with, right, in recent years? Honestly, everybody that gets pushed, you feel like they don't deserve that. Who have they truly and utterly dropped the ball with, man, when you look at it? See the people I think that they've dropped the ball with. I look at the likes of Morrison and Carlito and think, how have those guys never held the world title, but jobbers like Kofi Kingston have? Anyway, less about men, more about women. 9th. We've got Mariah May. You know what? I would actually argue that that's quite low down the list. I mean, I didn't really comment too much on Athena. Well, I guess I did. I said, how's her 240 above her, or below her, sorry. So, Mariah May comes in at 9th. Won the title only after, 22 matches in her career. Is getting better. Actually got a character. Delivers good promos as well. You can't really complain with Mariah May. I feel like the next step in her development is going to be crucial, though, for the trajectory of her and the whole situation with Toni Storm. I think 9th's incredibly low. Again, it's not an AEW list, even though this list may appear that way. I would probably put her at least top 3. So for me, 9th is pretty low. Moving in to 8th spot, we've got Willow Nightingale. And again, it's like, how is Willow Nightingale above Mariah May? You can think of numerous Mariah May moments this year, right, and segments. What's that Willow Nightingale doing apart from being obese, apart from being fat? Nothing, man. If this was a, fast food challenge, she'd be number 1. So why is she 8th on the PWI's 250 women list? Honestly, I've no idea. And again, I refer back to my Athena comments because how is she even here? I honestly do not get it. I think she's had a couple of alright matches. I remember the hardcore match, but 8th seems far too high for me. Anyway, up 7th, we have got Bayley. Hug mode. Bayley for me. Obviously, she's going to be here, not because I agree with it, but she won the belt at Mania, and then what happened? We proceeded to have one of the worst title reigns you will ever see, man. Boring, bland promos, and then just lost it to Nia Jax. It's tragic, man. I think the build-up was alright until Mania. You know what? And WWE needs to learn for this, right? Certain people, their stories, they're time-sensitive. I look at Bayley, I look at Cody Rhodes, right? And I think it's similar. It's like, even like Sammy's saying, right? See when they're hot, and the correct decision is to pull the trigger and give them the belt, and give them that moment, and give that story that payoff. By all means, go ahead. Why not, right? But what I hate about it is that sometimes, well, not sometimes, it seems to be all the time, they pull the trigger and then they don't take responsibility and they simply just keep the belt on them even when it's blatantly obvious that it's not working, man. Like, see Bayley winning, right? It's like Cody Rhodes as well, right? Decent moments, but there is no reason for them to hold belts hostage. Obviously, Bayley lost hers long ago, but you look at Cody Rhodes, man. We're talking about in recent vids, WrestleMania 42, at least Bayley lost it at SummerSlam. Guess it's a small victory in itself. But 7th, I think it's probably about right, isn't it? I mean, yeah. WWE champion, women's champion, SmackDown champion, brilliant. Up next, we've got Seri. Seri coming in 6th spot. Is it bad to not know who the fuck Seri is? Is someone's name been spelt wrong? Seri with 3 E's. Honestly, I don't even have a Scooby snack. Is this someone from New Japan? It has to be. Or CMLL or All Japan or I don't even know. I actually don't even have a Scooby snack who this is, so I can't really say. Well, I was going to say I can't really say where they are. If I don't know who you are, man, and I make about 10 wrestling vids a day, then I should fucking know who you are. Alright? And you shouldn't be 6th on any list. This is a shit list. 5th spot, we've got Stephanie Fakir again for CML double Jabroni L. Recently debuted in NXT. Again, I did not watch anything in Mexico. I remember the match. I remember some of the build against Mercedes Moné. Mercedes Moné can, think that she's the one that put her on the radar of WWE. As I said in that video the other day, it's not Mercedes Moné. It's probably just the fact that she's been put in the shop window of an American company that is closer to relate to. Like, AEW is far closer to relate. If you can do it in AEW at a pay-per-view, right, WWE's going to accept that a wee bit more than if you do it in, the Taco Dome done fucking Tijuana at the end of the day. That's my opinion. Even if it is some empty arena in Arlington, Texas. 4th spot, we've got Micah. That absolute superstar Micah, that legend, that bona fide jobber from Japan. Don't really know too much about Micah, but she's in at 4th, so let's just move on. 3rd, we've got Rhea bloody Ripley. I look like a man, you bruv. I don't like Rhea Ripley. Yeah, was some of the Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan Dominic Mysterio stuff good? Yeah, but jeez, oh man, it has been milked dry. It got apparent real quick that this male-female violence or lack of just doesn't work in 2024, man. It doesn't. And is this feud, and now the feud's just going to fucking continue with Raquel Rodriguez? But yeah, people can cry, people can greet. Am I surprised he's in the top 3? No, because I seen a TikTok earlier. It was Rhea Ripley. I can't even remember what it was. It was somebody. It was like a picture of Rhea Ripley next to someone. Can't remember who the person was, and somebody commented, "Dude, she looks like a dude," and some guy was like, "Shut up! You would drink or spit from a cup." Why are they all? Yeah, but like, it wasn't like hitting as a dig. He was like, "Oh, I would, and you would too. So admit it." They're fucking losers, man. Fucking. How about you fuck off? Because it's pathetic. It's embarrassing, man. Oh, I'd drink or toilet. Fuck off, man. Absolute pish. The same people tweeting this have pished themselves lying in their bed, man, watching fucking New Japan at 5 a.m. Embarrassing. 2nd is Jordana Grace. I did not expect anybody from TNA on this list. And she lacks TNA. She's just... It's weird. She's like... It's just weird. Like, Rhea Ripley looks like muscle. Jordana Grace just looks like fucking beef. Just a man beef looking mess. She's 2nd, like, and obviously number 1. is Toni Storm. Not going to get many complaints from me. Like I said earlier, I think Mariah May should have been in the top 3. And looking at the top 3, she should have been at least second, put it that way. But anyway, Toni Storm in at number 1. I'd say that's correct. We've said in a lot of Dynamite reviews that Toni Storm is the best woman in wrestling today, and this list suggests it. So who would I to be disagree with ourselves here on Fog Wrestling? But anyway, guys, leave your thoughts down below, and peace.